Hey everyone, how is everyone doing today? My name is Gina and I am doing great. So, I want to show you the paper that I'm going to use for the album, and it's by Prima, and it's the Love Story. I got this at Hobby Lobby when they had their papers half off. So, I love it. I think it is so pretty, and I think it will go really, really well in a wedding album, right? So, we're going to use that. I've got my chipboard here. Now, this time, what I want to do is I want to make the album landscape. So, instead of it going like this, I want it to go this way, just to change it up. The last, I don't even know how many albums I've done. I've done them this way. So, I'm kind of wanting a little bit of a change. So what we need to do, of course, is we're going to use the cover and we'll trace it. I am going to make this a 4-page book, 4-page album. Now, what we want to do, because it's opening this way, we're going to have to take this guy right here, right? And we want the width of him, but we don't want the length of him, because he'll be too long. So we need to just make sure we mark, you know, right there where we want it to go. So let me grab my pencil, and I'll just show you this part, and then everything else though, unless it's something that I've not done or something like that, then I will already have everything cut out just to save some time. But because this is, like I said, we're making it a little different, I did want to show you that just because the template has it where it's portrait doesn't mean that we can't make it landscape if we want it landscape. And I do want it landscape. So again, I'm just going to butt this up right like that. And I'm just going to come down because I want the width. I still need that width. I just don't need the length. So then I'll just put it down below like this, do like that, and then I'm just going to cut these out. And I'm going to be using, and if you want, you could even do like this if you want to make your line, in case you don't have, because I have, you know, the Precision, the Fiskars Precision, and it works beautifully in cutting the chipboard. I'm not going to wood. I've never had any problem using it. But if you don't, and you have to use like a utility knife or whatever, just use it like that, and then you'll know how long you need to make it. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and cut these out, and I'm going to ink them. And I'm going to be using the Gathered Twigs this album. So that's the ink I'm going to be using. Okay, so I've got them cut out. I don't have them inked quite yet because I want to go ahead and create the hinges. You know, what we use to put it together. So we need 4 of them. And again, we're going to use just whatever one you want to use. It doesn't really matter. You just need to mark the length. And we're going to cut them inch wide. So they're ever how long this is going to be, and then an inch wide. So I'm just going to set that over to the side. So we just need it this long, and then we can make them an inch wide. So this should be 11 inches. So if we go 10 inch, and we need 4 of them. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we have those, and then we'll want to use our score board, and we'll want to then just score them at 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to ink them, and I will put tape on them as well. And so we'll get ready to have them. So I will put the tape on the inside so that we can get ready to put the cover together. And then we'll make the hinge. All right. So I will be back when I get that ready. Before I forget, yeah, we need to notch them too. So just wanted to show y'all that. So I will put tape and ink it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have everything inked, and I have the score tape on. So I'll show you how to do it on one side, and then the other side is exactly the same way. I'm going to use a little bit of glue stick just in case I need to have a little bit of wiggle room, right? And I always find it easier to do it this way. Right, you just want to line your edges up, right? And then what we want to do is we don't want to butt up like that. That's a no-no, because then it won't move. What we want to do is we want to give it a little bit, and what I like to do is I like to do it this way so you can kind of see what kind of gap you're making. And you want it about that big, 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/16 of an inch, somewhere between that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that open. Ugh. And again, I'm just gonna, I want to make sure that this edge is even to this edge is even to that edge, right? But I want to make sure that I'm leaving that little bit of a gap, because it just helps the album open and close better. And then we can go ahead and score it, right? So there we go. All right, so now we're going to do the exact same thing for the other side. And again, just using a little bit of glue stick. I'm just putting the edges close to the edge without going over. And again, I'm just going to flip it over. And I want to make sure that I'm even. And I got a little gap. Alright, and then we'll do the exact same thing. It's a little crooked. Oh. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing for the inside just to give it more stability. So, once I do that, I will be right back, and then we can put the hinge in. And then we can start building our first page. So excited. So I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, we have our cover. And just like I did with the last album, I'm gonna wait to do the embellishing and covering. And I probably, for the closure, I'm probably going to just use a ribbon on both sides and have it tie, because I think that'll look really sweet for a wedding album. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Or I could end up using the little bulldog clip. Not decided that far either. So, but for sure, it's going to be one or the other. But we can wait until we get the book built and make that decision then. Okay, so now we need to make the hinge that the the pages are going to go into. And so we'll go to page 10. Now, of course, we want them to go this way, right? But we want the width to stay the same, but we don't want the length, of course, because then it would be too long. So what we want to do then is to take our base page, which is on page 2, and this is the length that we want it. See? So we can just use it. We want to know the width. Hi, Jack. Jack is going to come and help me, huh? Alright, so we want the width to stay the same. So, oh, and I just ended up printing out 2 backgrounds on both sides, just so that, because I don't like the plain looking spines or hinges. I like it to have a little bit of, you know, I'd like for it to look pretty. Alright, so I'm going to make it the width, because we do want it the width, but we don't want it the length. So now I'm going to take page 2 of the base, and we're going to just flip it like this, right? Jack, you're paying attention. And we just want it to be this, the length. So we're just going to cut out this little square right here, is the square we're going to cut out. Okay, so I hope y'all can see that. Alright, so let me cut that out, and then I will be back, and then I'll show you how we will create the spine out of this little square, or rectangle, actually. Alright, I'll be back, and so will Jack. Okay, so we've got it looking this way, right? And so now we're going to take our scoreboard, and we're going to score every 1/2 inch, because it is a 1/2 inch hinge. So we'll score every 1/2 inch, and then this will end up giving us our 4 pages. So we put our pages on. Okay, so we've got them all marked. Alright, and now I'm just going to work on back and forth right now. And, you know, I'm not really bothered about, you know, are the wording in the right direction, blah, 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 because most of this is going to be covered. But as you can see, we actually want it to go up, and then we're going to put this one together. So this one will go flat, and then we'll have a peak here. Jack, I hope you're paying attention. There'll be a test. And then it's going to go like this. So what you end up seeing is this part right here. So we can make up our, do we want it to look, and the reason I put something on the back is because you will end up seeing some of this too. So I just wanted it to have a little something on the back, right? So what I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and on these 2 peaks right here, I'm going to put some score tape down on them. You can do it on both of them if you want, so you know for sure that it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I like doing that. I like to give it that extra stability. And my dog is about to get in trouble. Roxanne, no eating the kitty's food. No, no. Not for you. Roxy, no. not for you. Oh, I ended up putting it on the wrong one there, but that's okay because we need some there anyway. And as a matter of fact, if you want, you can go ahead and just put tape on this whole side because we will end up needing it. Again, remember, this is what keeps our pages in our book. So we want to use tape. I mean, we want to really, really tape it down. And actually, if I had been thinking, I would have probably, well, no, I think we're good. All right, so the only ones that doesn't get it are these two guys, right? All right, so now let's put the two peaks together. Okay, and then so it's going to be up, down, and then so these two guys right here will get it. They'll get it. Y'all see Jack? He fell asleep. You're not paying attention, Jack. You're gonna fail the quiz. All right. So, and then as you see, it's fine that those three are there because we need those in order to put it down into the book, into the spine. Cute, huh? All right, let's go ahead and actually I want to go ahead and do some notches because if we don't, it might be a little difficult to get the pages on. So I always like to give little notches. Like so. It just helps for the pages just to slide down in there, you know. I'll do the same thing over. Okay. So we got it something like that. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink it. Even though the majority of this is not going to be seen, I still want to ink it because, like I said, sometimes you do end up seeing some of it, so I'd rather already have it inked. Now I'm going to just ink that, which I don't think really that's not going to be seen, but like this part right here, that will be seen, and probably that part will be seen, and this part, and this part, and this part, and possibly that part, right? All right, so there we go. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I love that. Ooh-wee. That's pretty together. I really like that. All right, so now we get to operate. Operation. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna just take the backing off, and I'm gonna try not to use, now I have used glue stick before, and I've not necessarily had a problem, but Genevieve, she had mentioned a while back that she had stopped doing that on the spine, on the hinges, because she was afraid it would fall out. So we definitely don't want that, right? So I'm not going to put any glue stick on it. So it's going to take a steady hand. And okay, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make this and this, right? Because it's not as long as the spine. So we want to make sure that we've got the same, you know, about the same amount away from one another there. And then we also want to make sure that we have the same amount on the sides as well. And I think that is fine right there. Right? It looks about the same to me. So that looks good, and there we go. So page 1 will go here, page 2 will go there, 3 will go there, and 4 will go there. So there's our 4-page hinge. So there we go. Isn't that great? So, Jack, what did you learn? He's like, I didn't learn anything. Alright, y'all. Well, that's it for this video. I want to try to make the videos not be too awfully long. And so thanks so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe if you've not already subscribed. And if you have, thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. But don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified for every time I post a video, since this is a series and we'll be working for 4 pages. So, alright, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all be good to one another. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.